behalf of the regional group.
Last week saw the conviction of Joseph Pushka for the murder of Aisling Murphy. This horrific murder shocked the nation, and our deepest sympathies and solidarity are with the Murphy family. But it is quite clear, Minister, that we have reached a dangerous tipping point in terms of crime and antisocial behaviour in towns and villages across the country. Under your government, Ireland has become a more violent and dangerous place over the last number of years. Rape has doubled in the last 10 years. Sexual assault has doubled in the last 10 years, and the murder rate is soaring. Theft from a person has significantly increased. Theft of vehicles has increased. Assault or obstruction of Garda has increased. Human trafficking has increased. Harassment and stalking has increased. And the spike in violent crime unfolding throughout the towns, this hasn't happened by accident, Minister. And the reason it's happening, well, one of the reasons it's happening at least, is that Garda numbers are at the lowest in the last 5 years. Actually, rank-and-file Garda figures are at the lowest in the last 6 years. And right now, Ireland has one of the smallest per capita police forces in the whole of the EU. And new data released to just this week by Minister for Justice shows that so far this year, only 237 Garda have been recruited. This compares, for example, with over 600 Gardaí that were recruited in 2009. Meanwhile, 434 Gardaí retired so far this year, which again is a significant increase on the number in 2019. Now, Garda resignations are also significantly on the increase, and it has been told to me by a member of An Garda Síochána that in the month of October, out of 25 people who left the force, 13 of them resigned. So this is startling. Resignations made up for the majority cause of exit from the force last year. Gardaí are voting with their feet, and they're leaving well before their retirement date. And I think this is incredible, that despite all the government has said, despite all the photo ops, all the images of the Minister for Justice walking the streets of Dublin with Gardaí, the Garda force in this state is still shrinking. The bottom line is, Minister, that under your government, more Gardaí are leaving the force than are joining. And is it any wonder? The data that was given to me again by the Minister last week shows that every day in Ireland, at least one Garda has been violently assaulted. So far this year, 339 Gardaí have been assaulted while on active duty. 35 Gardaí at the moment are off sick due to poor mental health so far this year, 300 in total over the last 6 years. And this fall in the number of Gardaí has exposed the remaining Gardaí further to violent attack, made them more vulnerable. There's no doubt that there's a direct correlation between the spike in violent crime in communities throughout this country and the collapse in Garda numbers. And the collapse in Garda morale, in recruitment and Garda numbers under your government is leading to more violence in towns and villages throughout the country. So I want to know from you, Minister, what material steps are you taking to stem the collapse in Garda numbers and morale in this country?
Thank you, Deputy.